Here we have a list of courses that we are rendering from a component, right, that has an array of these courses. There it is. So course A, B, C, and D. And this array is a hard-coded array, right, that is being declared inside of the component. We are dynamically rendering those lists of courses by using this dynamic ng4. Yes? So let's change this a little bit so that instead of having this hard-coded array, we might go and retrieve this data from some remote server that has this data already, right? So let's go back to our browser, and we can point to an access point that might already have some of this data. If we use the generic server that we used earlier, right, and we point to my username and the list of courses, you'll see that this is providing already a JSON array of a whole bunch of courses. Yes? So ideally, we would like to be able to access this dynamically from our component. So let's take a look at how we would go about doing that. Right, so to do this, to access this dynamic content, we can take this URL so that we can copy that and bring it over here. And as we said earlier, the ng on init, right, that's the equivalent of the component did mount. Right? This is the perfect place to initialize state management, right, so that we can perhaps override the static values of these courses. Right now, we're just just rendering this static content, right, where is it? Yeah, just course A, B, and C, and D, which are right here. So instead, we would like to be able to go fetch the data, right, and render 5500, 1800, 5610, and whatnot. Yes? Right. So to do that, we can do that in the ng on init. Right? So we can do a fetch, right, and paste the URL. Paste that URL. We know that we're going to get a response back at some point. We're going to parse that response. We're going to parse the JSON out of it, right? And in here now, we're going to have the actual courses coming from the server. Yes, right? And the only thing that we need to do is just update our state variable and assign it the courses that comes from the server. Right? Now, if we go back, notice that indeed, right, we have the courses that come from the server. We're dynamically rendering this content that's coming from that server. So we have successfully done that. Right? Obviously, any changes that we might do on the client, right? If we refresh, we lose it, right? Because none of these updates are being sent over to the server. But at least we can read the content from the server for now, right? And anyway, as a student, I would not be able to delete or create any content anyway, right? All right, so we were able to dynamically retrieve that data and render it.